You have to cue me.
Okay, please cue us. Yeah. How do we? Can I get some drums in here too? Just something that I get a little bit. Oh, let me.
این تور بر اساس همین آلبوم آخره که ماه جولای فکر میکنم منتشر شد به اسم نارنگی و یا ازپوست نارنگی مدد. ولی توی بعضی از شهرها یه مقداری ستلیست ما ممکنه فرق بکنه، بعضی قطعه ها رو از قدیمتر بزنیم بعضی قطعه ها، ولی بیشتر بر اساس قطعات همین آلبومه و از در واقع از شهر شما شروع میشه، مونترال، بعد هم چند تا شهر تو کانادا هست، بعد ترکیه، بعد اروپا.
اولیش مونترال هست، فردا شب میریم اتاوا، هفته بعد ادمونتون و کلگری و هفته بعدش توی تورنتو.
This band was formed to support Molson's latest CD, and for these first 4 concerts, it's just a 4-piece. It's just percussion, bass, guitar, and Molson. And we're performing tonight in Montreal, and then we are in tomorrow in Ottawa, and then we go to next weekend to Edmonton and Calgary. And so we're playing most of the songs off of his new album, and having a lot of fun doing it.
My name is Greg Ellis. I'm a percussion player with Mohsen. I have worked with many Persian artists over the last 15 or so years, 20 years. And one singer named Susan Dahim I've worked with for years. And we had a performance a few years ago in Los Angeles, and Mohsen was a guest artist on the show. And I had been aware of him for years. I knew we had mutual friends and just always loved his music and his kind of purpose. And so we played 2 songs together at the show in the performance, and immediately it was just brothers, you know. So the next few months go by, and then he invited me to play some shows with him, and then we started recording shortly after that. So about maybe 3 years now I've been working with him.
اسم کسرای سبکتکین هست و این اولین توریه که با محسن همکاری میکنم. قبلا با هم چند تا برنامه مختلف داشتیم ولی در قالب این آلبوم نبود. حدود 1-2 سال پیش این آلبوم من باشون ضبط کردم و این اولین اجرایش تورمون خواهد بود که توی مونترال هست. قراره که 5 تا برنامه توی کانادا داشته باشیم و بعد از اینجا میریم به ترکیه و بعدم اروپا و برمیگردیم تصمیم ساختنامون.
ما یه اجرا بر اساس این آلبوم داشتیم توی تابستون ماه سپتامبر توی لس آنجلس که بیشتر دوستان ما هم از اونجا هستن. آقای جیمی مالیس که گیتار الکتریک میزنه که خودش ساکن لس آنجلسه و همچنین گیتار آکوستیک، و گرگ الیس دوستمون که با خیلی از دوستان ایرانی هم ساز زده و نوازنده پرکاشن هست، و کسرای عزیز دوستم کسرای سبکتکین که بیس میزنه و الان برکلی زندگی میکنه، اون از اونجا به ما پیوسته. ولی خب در ادامه تور ما 2 نفر از این دوستان رو نداریم. کسرا خواهد بود به اضافه دوستم محمد طالانی که اونم برکلی زندگی میکنه و گیتار الکتریک میزنه. در اجرایی هم که بعداً در ماه اپریل در سان فرانسیسکو خواهیم داشت، آقای سیامک سنایی هم به ما میپیوندن. در واقع همین دوستان که اسم بردم توی آلبوم نارنگی توی ضبطش همه شرکت داشتن، منتها خب بر حسب معذوریتایی که برای تور وجود داره توی همه اجرا باید نمیشه با همه رفت، باید گروه رو کم و زیاد کرد.
I'm playing both electric and acoustic guitar for these shows, and particularly these first 4 shows, we don't have all the other instruments. We don't have kamancha, so my role is a bit more expanded. I'm playing a lot more of the melodies and things like that, but it's great. It's all full. We have a good time pulling the music out. So I initially met Molson doing his latest record. I was recommended by a percussionist, Greg Ellis, and also through one of the original backers of his project, who's Shadi Rezai, and she has a lot to do with a lot of more modern Persian fusion music. So I had a great time recording on the album, and it was wonderful also meeting Molson and just getting to explore and understand his music.
تمرکز اصلی این تور روی آلبوم آخر هست، چون که تمام این نوازنده‌ای که الان قراره که توی این کنسرت ها باشن کسانی هستن که توی این آلبوم همکاری کردن، ولی خب مسلماً یه سری از آهنگای معروف قدیمی هم جزوش خواهد، احتمالاً تورنج و جبر و یه سری قطعاتی که احتمالاً به صورت تنظیمی سولو خودش خواهد.
با بعضی‌هاشون تو کارهای دیگه هم کار کردیم، یا حالا در حد نواختن برای یک قطعه از آلبوم قدیمی‌تر. از زمانی که من آمریکا هستم از آلبوم الکی یک دو دوستان اونجا ساز زدن، ولی در واقع آلبوم 13 تمامش با دوستان آمریکایی بود، ولی این آلبوم نارنگی دوستان ایرانی و آمریکایی هر دو است.
It's interesting because Persian music is something that has been now an enormous part of my life for the last almost 2 decades. I started working with a group called Axiom of Choice, and through them met a singer named Azam Ali, and we started a group called Voss together. And Azam is Persian, and she connected me to, we then met other musicians through that. After Voss broke up, I started working with a lot of the other Persian musicians, Peshwan Hadadi, Manucher Sadeghi, Santur Master, musicians from Iran, Ali Reza Bashipur, the Kamkars. I worked with Adisha Kamkar. So the music came more from my working with it than my studying or listening to it. So I learned the music by playing it. And what's interesting is there's in Persian music, I feel I call Persian music like the blues music of the world. Like in blues music is a form of music, and Persian music, classical music, has a form as well. But there's something underlying that you don't really have to understand the lyrics to really get the meaning of the music. And as a musician, I love that space to really not necessarily know all the lyrics, but to get the feeling of the music. And I offer that feeling instead of offering an intellectual, understanding of the music. So Persian musicians have embraced that more than any other culture I've worked with, and I work with many artists from all around Asia and India and Africa. And the Persian musicians embrace my style of playing more than anyone I've worked with, because I think the tombak is such a beautiful instrument, but it's not a heavy instrument. It's not a groove instrument. It's meant to support the melody and vocals. So my style of playing is really about the groove, and it's in the music. I'm not adding it there. I'm hearing it and responding. And so the Persian music to me is something that around the world, when people hear the music, they get too hung up, I think, on lyrics and not understanding. But when they just hear the music, they get the feeling. And I think it connects to everybody. It's some of the oldest music in the world. So I'm connecting not to a culture, I'm connecting to a lineage, I think, as a musician, that to me, Persian music is the source of all kinds of music from thousands of years.
You have such a beautiful old culture, and so I respond very much to the melodies, very emotional, and I do understand some Farsi, so what I do understand of the lyrics I appreciate very much.
My daughter is almost 7 years old, and driving her to school, we listened to the new album, and her favorite song is Rudast, which is the Layla song. But she's starting to learn Farsi by listening to the song, and so I think I'd have to say that right now. But for me, Mohsen's music, my favorite Mohsen song is Mohsen. I think Mohsen is his music, and I feel to say this or that, what Mohsen does is something that this world needs on such a level that very few artists will take the stand to work like this, especially from a culture like Iran. So my favorite part of Mohsen is Mohsen himself. It's an amazing artist to work with, and we're really creating a connection. The last album we recorded at my studio, and I think it's going to be a long relationship between us.
قرار 24 فوریه تموم بشه، یعنی از امشب که شروع میشه که 9 ژانویه است تا 24 فوریه.
آخرین اجراتون در کجا خواهد بود؟
توی استکهلم و گوتهبورگ یا یوتبوری به قول خودشون در سوئد.
من نوازنده بیس هستم، بیس گیتار سازم و خوش هستم.
My name is Dimitris Makhlis, and I'm very happy to be here. Thank you very much for having us in Montreal.
آقای کیاوش نورایی هم هستن که نوازنده کمانچه کار هستن. البته توی آلبوم سبای علیزاده کمانچه رو نواخت، تا توی تور با ما آقای نورایی میزنن. البته نه امشب ولی توی بعضی از شهر.